It's the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast, so just grab a glass, finger-licking entertainment you don't wanna pass. Hosted by Rob Hollywood and Jay do the groove, the dynamic too. It's barbershop talk, you know it's chopped and screwed. Eating chicken, sipping whiskey, conversing like a frisbee. Back and forth, I want two pieces, make sure it's crispy. That dark liquor gon' leave you tipsy. We just talking like we hanging out. Now crew, is you with me? Tune in, find out what we talking about. Uploading all of the info, you get in the lowdown like kinfolk. It's like a backyard barbecue, no hose board like we playing cards. Sports, entertainment, everyday news, you know what I'm saying? It's the hottest show on earth, you know I ain't even playing, nah. Yeah, it's the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast Show. Let's roll.
What up, world? What up, world? What up, world? It's your boy, Rob Hollywood.
And your man's Jay Do the Groove.
This is the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast.
Chicken and Whiskey Podcast.
Episode number 27 coming right back at you. And all of that shit.
I was wondering what you was going to say.
I thought you were going to be like 10 shots to your breast.
I missed it.
That's it. We'll go ahead and shoot this to the sponsors while we take these motherfuckers shots. As we always do.
Man, y'all patronize black business.
Ladies, pay attention. Hot Lips is a proud sponsor of the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast Show. What's your lips without the perfect lip stain? Hot Lips is long-lasting, here to stay, and your new best friend. Visit our website to place an order and join our best friend list. Be the first to know when we release new colors. www.hotlips.com. That's HAWTLIPZ.com.
www.chickenandwhiskeypodcast.com.
By now you've heard of the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast Show. Well, now we introduce you to Co-op Cares. Co-op Cares is a nonprofit organization that focuses on uplifting our entire community, young and old, and by any means necessary. Check it out at www.chickenandwhiskeypodcast.com/Co-op Cares.
Jay Do the Groove, what's up, baby?
Good with it, my boy.
No shame, old same. Live in the living room, Chicken and Whiskey Podcast, coming right back at you like we
live
always
from
do.
the Lions Den. Nah, dog, man, everything good with me, man. I'm loving life, man. I'm glad my people in the boot survived the storm, or I don't even know if we can call it a storm.
Man, I think that was just like some bad clouds that just passed over.
Right. Look, the Deltas was still out, man. They still was partying. They was in the French quarters, man. Shout out to the Reds. Hope everybody, travels safe for their convention and everything.
They gave away all the food from the convention. They gave all that shit away and made like 11,000 plates and shit for the people.
I ain't even hear that.
In anticipation of a storm. It was anticipation of a storm, so hopefully it still went to the community.
For real. Hopefully. Look, when the storm didn't come, they was like, "Oh, we about to eat this shit."
Man, that was a overhyped ass storm. Let's come to this motherfucker.
Well,
in a minute.
Here's the thing. One, since Katrina, anytime a hurricane look like it's going towards New Orleans, everybody gonna get niggas gonna be ready. But here's the thing. People forget, like, you know and I know, you being from Mississippi, me being from Louisiana, man, we really don't even pay attention until it gets about a Category 3. Hey, man, Category 1 hurricanes, man, we still outside barbecuing, man.
And it was niggas outside chilling, man. I'm trying to get this breeze, bro.
For real.
Get this good wind off this ocean.
This good tropical breeze. Look, man, I hope it cut down on this humidity down here. Nah, man, but I was really glad that it wasn't as bad as the predictions was trying to make it out to be, like this 100-year storm. And, now one thing that be killing me is how they always say, "Oh, this is the storm of the century." Man, how you...
You know what they sound like?
Exactly.
You're right here, man. This better than last time.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up, matter of fact, man. Shut up.
Every damn storm. It's always going to be worse than the last one. They worry about the flooding this time. Oh, this going to bring us so
we don't know if the levees are going to hold. The river is sweat. Man, shut the fuck up.
Just trying to get motherfuckers to go to the grocery store, buy all that old ass bread.
Stupid, man. Anyway, man, let's talk to the people, man. What you got on the agenda today, Hollywood?
Man, let's start off talking about last week, man. What we did last week, man.
Quap Cares, man. I hope everybody who donated, I do want to let y'all know, everybody that donated, man, and you weren't able to come out and actually participate in the event. Okay, yeah, do that. I got you now. Well, I just want to say, man, the people that we were able to bless, man, they were extremely thankful and grateful for us coming out, man. And it turned out to be an amazing morning event. And shout out to the people that came out and helped pass out bags, man.
Yeah, man, shout out to them, man. Took time out their Saturday morning to come out and pass out bad. And that shit really only took like 15 minutes, man. Them folks were so lined up, man. I wish you could have seen it, man. Check the Instagram page out, Quap Cares, so you can see some pictures and shit, just so you can get some, more to the dialogue, man. But them folks were just happy to see some of us or just anyone out there giving them, just giving them shit that they actually need. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They were so happy to get, man. Did you see the dude in the wheelchair? I don't know if he was around for that part. I did see.
My boy came up rolling.
No, but did you hear what he said when he looked in his bag? He like, man,
with the
socks,
toothbrush.
Man. He was like, he was like, thanks for the toothbrush, but I ain't got no toothbrush.
I don't really need this toothbrush, but thanks for it.
Thank you. Brush these gums.
But yeah, man, it was a really good event, man. The people were definitely. I mean, of course, we saying it was a good event. In the same breath, I wish we didn't have to do an event like that. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and I wish we had more. Just, honestly, because I wish we could have gave everybody out there something, man. Because they kept coming here to tell them you ain't have nothing left. And then, like, some of them dudes, like a dude that walked up that had that cart behind him, he just wanted somebody to talk to, man. Them folks out there struggling in them streets, man. And to be able to do that and see smiles put on their face and hear people tell you thank you, God bless you, and all that, man, that shows you how down bad there are people that are from our community. And we're leaving them out there on the streets without shit, barely clothes on their back. They don't have toothbrushes, combs, all that shit. We gave them socks. You know what I'm saying? One dude, he was so happy to get a pair of socks. And it just gets you to reflect on what you had.
Think about all the people that was happy they got deodorant. I mean, deodorant, got shampoo. It is definitely a humbling feeling when you know that there's a lot of things that we take for granted that other people are going without, and to know that when you go, you got people that's really going to appreciate it. And a part of it, and this kind of segue alert, a lot of times we don't take into account what's the root cause of people living on the street. Why are these people living on the street? And a lot of times, man, it's things that that's out of their control.
That's what made me wonder. Like I get to thinking that when I was out there, like, damn, I wonder what got them to this point, or what was missed at their household, or missed when they were in a struggling point that could have helped them and prevented them from being out here on the streets.
We know that a lot of people in that situation, people that are homeless, people living on the streets, they are, it's a substance abuse issue, drugs, alcohol, all of those things. But I think one of the things that we miss out on are all of the people that have mental illness that go undiagnosed,
go undiagnosed or never seeked help, or it was just a
taboo.
What's the word? A taboo. Is it called a taboo?
Like the game.
Yeah, taboo. Or a taboo. Yeah, like a taboo. It's like that's just one of the taboos in our community. You know what I'm saying? Is that mental health and therapy and all that shit is just things that we don't talk about, and things that we just bypass, ignore in the black home. You know what I'm saying? And that shit results in motherfuckers on the street.
Think about this, Rob. No, think about growing up, how and I mean in movies, pop culture, in the black community, how men especially would say, man, I ain't gonna see no therapist. I ain't gonna talk about my problems with nobody. You know, hell, like men don't do that. That's what we were taught.
Nah, men don't. That's the way we were taught. That's what we were taught. You know what I'm saying? And I can say, I don't know how if you can say it or whatnot, but I've never went to speak to a therapist other than when I was a little kid, when my parents got divorced. But like as an adult, I was like, yeah, I talked to this lady, man. But as an adult, like I've always just seemed like I've been taught in the community, like, man, are we going to talk to them white folks or going to talk to that?
I mean, especially, I think it comes up a lot with relationships, like when people are having trouble in their marriage, and you know, a lot of times one partner wants to go to a therapist and the other partner doesn't. Usually the woman wants to go to the therapist and the man like, I don't need to go. Man, you got the issues. Yep. I ain't got no problem.
I'm straight over here.
Exactly, man. Give me a little bit of this whiskey and a little bit of this chicken, and we'll be all right. All you have to do is shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, and we'll be fine. But
that is just something that in our community, that's just one of the things that therapy is not hot in the streets.
And a lot of times, man, things go undiagnosed, and I mean, people really have issues. People are manic depressive, bipolar, schizophrenic, emotionally disturbed. I mean, there's so many different labels out there, but man, there's real help that can be given to these people, given to all of us. Because like I said, just like your experience, I went through when my parents were divorced. I went through therapy. I went through therapy when I was going through my divorce. And so, I mean, I've definitely sat on that couch. And I will say, even when I didn't want to do it, and even if I was reluctant to do it, I did it. And I feel as if now I'm a better whole person than I was before. You know what I mean?
So how do you think that came into our community that?
No, well, number one, I would say this. Because of the fucking bullshit that done happened to us over the history of our time in this country. Man, we just distrustful of the medical community, period. You know, when
oh, hell yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's day one. Again, I know a lot of people don't like hearing it. That's outside of our community, but slavery, Jim Crow, us being second-class citizens, and all of the bullshit that done happened to African Americans throughout our history in this country are some root issues and have some long-term effects in how we act now. Hell, man, you talking about, think about Tuskegee when they were shooting us up with syphilis and all this other bullshit. And so you mean,
as I said, Tuskegee.
Exactly.
Doctor. We don't like fucking doctors.
And then I'll tell you the other one is when we start talking about going to therapy for our relationships, a lot of times we feel like we're gonna be labeled as the bad guy. But why is that? Because there's been a systematic attack on the black family, and the first person they attack is the black man, because if you get the black man out of the family, then that's half the ball game. So
that's definitely why I don't trust why I personally just not into the relationship therapy shit, because I'm scared that when I'm walking that motherfucker, they gonna be like, nigga, everything your fault.
Man, it's your girl that's already mad at you, and this black woman that's probably gonna take her side that's gonna tell you ain't shit.
Do that, bro.
But yeah, that's how I think it's some really. I think we have some real deep rooted wounds and scars that honestly we have to get past, and I don't really know how we get past it, except for the fact that we gotta tell each other, man, exactly as men,
we gotta talk to each other, man. Be each other's therapist, man. Like, I was watching fucking Snapchat or some shit that had niggas on there fighting again in Dallas at the club. And I'm just sitting here looking at this shit like, man, this shit is not entertaining, man.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? What's wrong with these
Did you
man?
see the video of the motherfuckers fighting at Disneyland? Where did that come from? Dog.
I have no fucking idea. Dog.
How fucked
How the
up
fuck
is
did that
things
happen?
going in your life when you getting a full-on brawl at Disney? It's Disney. Man, stay your ass at home if you pissed off. God, man, you listening to Small World after all and fucking starts to swinging on people.
You was in line first, bro. Short ass kid out of line.
Nah, man, I gotta take another shot on that one. God, dog, man. Bro, when you said fight, that reminded me of that damn dog, because my girl showed me that. I was like, dog, man, we gotta be better, bro. Dog, that shit was way insane. That motherfucker needs a therapist.
Like I to get to, man. Oh, I know about to ask you. So tell me this: when we talk about like therapy and shit, and we talk about how we feel about it and being diagnosed with shit, who is that? What's his name?
Okay,
Umar Johnson.
Dr.
Yeah,
Umar.
One of his little speeches. Dr. Umar. And he was talking about ADHD. And he was saying that it is a, what's the word? A diagnosis that we shouldn't just
automatically
believe when they tell our kids. Automatically just get this letter, or you get called to the school to meet about your kid. And you being told your kid got ADHD, and you're like, okay, we'll put him on that pill. Yeah, put him on that, and put him in that special class.
Let me go there first. Just with my experience being an educator, and dog, when I say talk about taboo in our community, and it goes both ways, because there's 2 points to this argument. One, man, there is a push to put our kids in special education. It's way bullshit. Way bullshit. Like, I'm talking about early, man.
Is it? I mean, from what I've understood, it's literally the first time a kid just won't shut up in class. They want to put him into a fucking special class and say he got ADHD, when probably you just need to tell his mama to whoop his little ass.
Or the teacher just needs to tell him, man, sit your ass down.
Or the teacher need to run.
And that's the issue that I have. You have a lot of teachers that have a lack of classroom management, and that automatically sends a kid to special education. And I'm like, exactly.
Because you don't want to deal with that kid. You just want to deal with these little white kids or whatever kids that ain't got no problem just shutting up. I mean, run your fucking class. It's not something wrong with every kid that's loud and that won't listen to you say, hey, sit down now. Some of these kids, you got to tell them to sit their ass down.
That's not the only thing. You have a lot of parents that want to put their kids in special education just because they don't want to take the time to educate them at home. And let me make this point. As an educator, I'm like, okay, I know I have a role in your child's education, but a lot of people let school get in the way of educating their kids. And let me say that again, because I want all the gang to hear that. A lot of people out there let school get in the way of educating their kids. Dog, when you send your kids to school and they're there from 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, whatever the time they are there, when they leave that building, that doesn't mean education stops.
These kids go home and play Fortnite all day
and absolutely do nothing. So when
don't even talk to them about school, don't talk.
Exactly.
They want to give them a game, give them an iPad, give them a headset while they cooking and gossiping and drinking their shit and sitting on Instagram and Snapchat. They just
and ignoring their kids.
They ignoring their kids, exactly.
And now that kid comes back and they get tested, and a lot of these tests are culturally and life experience based.
Yep.
Now those kids are failing those tests because you haven't done nothing with them. They haven't left their neighborhood.
Yep.
You know, you got kids that live in Arlington that have never been to Fort Worth
or never seen downtown.
or never been to, like, literally, dog. It blows my mind how kids that live in Fort Worth have never been to Dallas.
That's crazy.
Dog, it blows my mind. And then so now this kid,
20 years old, and ain't never left Texas.
right?
They just been
And so now they get on these tests, and these tests are asking them questions that they should have picked up through life experience, and they're failing these tests. And now the parent comes in, well, he's slow, he has a learning disability. No, the fuck he don't. Your ass just needs to teach him some shit.
Teach him something at home, help him with his homework.
Exactly. Like, this kid don't have no life experience, and so he's coming to school and he's deficient. He's behind those kids that are actually taking vacations, those kids that actually get out of their neighborhood and play outside and do all of these different things. That kid doesn't need special education. He needs your ass to get up off the couch and off of Instagram and
to be a parent.
Exactly. Man, school is not the replacement for parenting.
Say it again, brother. Say it again.
Man, school is not the replacement for parenting.
But that's the way these motherfuckers is, man.
But we don't like telling each other that, though.
Nah, we don't like being our own therapist. Cause we all think somebody getting in their business or somebody getting in your business, they hating, they cotton blocking and all that shit. Because we don't want to talk to nobody, which is the same thing about like having a therapist. We don't want to talk to nobody about shit.
Right. We don't want to talk. We don't want. Bruh, think about this. Dog, think about how you grew up. What your people told you, man. Don't be talking about this house in the streets.
Right.
Don't be running your mouth about what's going on behind these doors.
Yep. He was always taught that as a kid. You ain't never brought up no shit in the house. You can goddamn see your mama get knocked across the motherfucking head.
Man.
I ain't never, but you can't. If you did, you better not have went out there and told nobody.
Exactly.
Or I'm gonna give you a reason to call the police.
Exactly. But that goes into that just goes right into another taboo topic in our community. Abuse at the house. Man, how many dudes done seen their mamas getting slapped around by a random ass dude or they daddy?
Or their daddy, yeah.
You know, and don't never say nothing.
They don't say nothing because they can't say nothing because that's just the way.
Because their mama done told them they can't say nothing.
Mama said, shut the fuck up about this shit. And then you've seen it your whole life and you heard your mama say shut up about it. So then when you get older, what do? You go out there and you knock motherfucking women out.
You knocking their ass out on video, getting your ass put out the NFL.
Dumbass. But that's like we said, back to the taboo. That's just abuse is just something that we don't talk about in our community and we don't believe it happens. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about any type of, we don't talk about sex abuse. There's plenty of people in the black community, believe it or not, there's plenty of people who were touched molested, whatever, by somebody who you thought was a little older than you. You thought, man, that woman was motherfucking molested.
Right. But
to you, it's not. You don't know nothing about it.
Think about this, and I know there's like going to the LGBTQ question mark. I think that's what we came up with last time. Yeah.
Plus sign.
Oh, okay. Plus sign. All right. Within that community, now think about all of the homosexual black males out there that eventually say at one point in time they were molested as a kid.
Right.
Now they've been.
It came from somewhere, some shit. A lot of them say that shit.
A lot of them, dog, but it's never talked about. And I'm not in that community, so I don't know. I don't know if it's being talked about within that community. So, but I can tell you one thing. I know in general, abuse is not talked about. Dog, I know for a fact that there are girls out there, women now, that can say, "Oh, I was touched by an uncle," and they're like, or I was touched by a stepdad, or I was touched by my boyfriend, or something like that, and their mom won't do nothing about it. Won't say nothing. Well, you know, it only made you stronger, or if they believe them at all.
Shut up, girl.
That didn't really happen.
That ain't happened to you.
Right,
Shut
I
up.
mean, think about that, dog. Like, think about all the shit that we should be talking about, that we should be going to therapy for. I mean, how many thoughts out there thoughts because they was exposed to sex at an early age?
They ain't know no better. That's all. That's what they thought it was fine. Cause they been touched.
And that's what they that's what they associating with what love is. Oh, this is love is a dude that is not right for me, just giving me sex, and then just giving me money. No, but that's shit that we don't talk about in our community, dog. And here's the sad part about it: how many of us, how many dudes wanna fuck with the thought because it's easy or whatever, and we not even thinking that we might be
And sadly, it's easy for a reason, nigga. It's easy for a reason.
No, but as a man, as a black man, like, what's our responsibility in looking at that chick that's you already know you can get it out of, and you being like, nah, babe, let me show you this different way.
Like, chill out with that shit, bitch.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't doing that. I ain't never done that.
No, because we weren't taught to. That's
Right.
not the way we were raised. Shit, no. Nigga didn't tell you, man, when a girl trying to holler at you, man, you sit down and talk to her. Ask her what's going on in her life. Nigga, that was not the way we were taught in our community. We thought you get that by any means.
Man, sell her that pipe dream. Tell her whatever she trying to hear.
Sell her that drink. Whatever she want to hear, give it to her. We wasn't taught to fucking sit down.
How you feel about that now? Like,
about what? The way we
Right.
raised like that?
Yes.
At this age, it's a little now, you know what I'm saying? Because, well, I don't have any kids, which I always have to say.
Allegedly.
I think allegedly. Think about it is like, damn, man, I could have a daughter in a year here or so. And then you're like, damn, now you gotta start thinking about this shit a little different. Like, to make sure she feels comfortable talking to you and different things like that, because we didn't have nobody to talk to, like I said. We didn't have, all we were ever taught, stay away from them therapies, but you take your ass to church. Or
Right.
you didn't fucking go to church. But that was just another thing in the black community that was fed there so long. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to church on Easter Sunday. You go to church on Sunday. You go to vacation Bible school at a certain age. You don't have no choice on that to a certain point. Or to a certain age, unless you're in a home that your home just don't fuck with the church.
You already know that's taboo as hell when we start talking about the black. I want to ask the gang this, man. Y'all comment on this, man. How many of y'all don't fuck with the church no more? Man, I'm telling you.
We'll put that out there. See what kind of percentages we get, because I mean, you kind of grow out of those things and get your own beliefs or whatever it may be, or you get stronger in it, which is great and okay. But as a child, you know what I'm saying?
We was in the church.
That's one of them things. Your ass was in the goddamn church. Period.
Man, you had
no question.
You had youth choir rehearsal. You had usher junior usher board. You had Wednesday was Bible study.
Hello.
Then you had liturgical dance.
Yeah, you had to go to fucking choir rehearsal with your mama sometimes. Unless you know how to hold a beat, they're gonna put your ass on the drums.
Yeah, you gonna be a mime.
Praise team and that motherfucker.
all that. You at church every day, all day. Don't let your mama be able to cook. You gonna be making plates.
Yep, you gonna be at the church early for Sunday school. You gonna be there for service. You gonna be there for dinner after church
for the repast.
Might be another. You gonna be there for repast.
The repast in the fellowship hall.
If it's a Sunday night service, nigga, you at church all day.
All day, dog. I mean, that's how we grew up, though.
Doing no homework.
That's how we grew
church
up
on Sunday, boy.
Right, dog. And dog, I mean, how many bad churches are there out there? No, they got some bad churches.
Yep. Plenty of them.
Like, plenty. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some good churches out there, and I guess. But, I mean, think about it. How many people out there right now will say they're more spiritual than religious? Now,
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
taboo topics.
I'd be interested in knowing about. I'm gonna put the mic. That'd be one of those things that I'd be interested in talking about. I mean, well, hearing from the gang about. What's your thoughts on the church nowadays, man? Because that's a very touchy topic there. But I want to know shit.
I mean, I take it a step further, dog. How many black people out there be like, "Oh, I'm not a Christian"?
A lot of people lose their religion, and I can talk to God directly. I ain't gotta go through other stuff and getting that point. I mean, it's just happening.
Which they got a lot of people that will just. I mean, there's a lot of black people out there that just will say they're a Christian because that's what they grew up with. Have no idea what it means to be a Christian, but that's what their mama was. Or better yet, they say they Baptist.
Yeah, right. That's just as bad as that. You know what that's just as bad as? When you just say I'm Baptist, just because you know that that's what black people are, it's just as bad as saying I'm a Democrat.
Man, come on with it.
It's saying I'm a Democrat just because that's what all the black people are.
Man, black people Democrats.
Come on.
But you best believe they got some black Republicans out there.
Plenty of them. It's people
Plenty.
Out there. You know what, dog? It's people out there that are black Republicans and don't know they are black Republicans.
Man, come on.
They don't even know it, bro. They just know that, okay, where we all standing at? I'm going to come stand over there by y'all.
Right. Your political ideology is Republican in the motherfucker, but because you black, you voting Democrat.
I definitely wouldn't say that. You don't understand that you might actually agree with this occupant of the White House right now, this motherfucker. You might agree with some of the shit he be talking about and don't even realize it. So I better say that you probably agree with some of those Republican ideas more than you think you do.
Right.
When you sit down and find out the policies that they talk about.
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've been noticing just talking to the gang out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us, hold on, man, and I want everybody to hear this. A lot of us ain't with this immigration shit.
Man.
A lot of us don't want them motherfuckers here, dog.
A lot of them like, hold on now, we the land of the free and shit, but you just can't just walk up in this motherfucker.
Hey man,
I'm rolling with that now.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I'm a motherfucker that's like, man, hey, let the motherfuckers in.
No, fuck that.
See? Republican ass.
What to do around this motherfucker? You want to be in this bitch?
Hey, man. Hey, gang, man. Hollywood a Republican. he trying to make America great again.
Oh, bro, put that on me, dog. I might be trying to fucking drop somewhere. Somebody hear that shit. I am not. Fuck America being great again. Bastard. You said the other day, man, about our girl Alexandria and them talking about go back to where you come from. Man, she from the Bronx.
She from here. Exactly. She from here. Where she going?
Bro, we need more motherfucking men to stand up and tell Trump to shut the fuck up.
Nah, man, no. Nah,
no way. Bro, it's. I know you about to say something. My bad. It's no way. It's no way. Them women should have been able to have to take that backlash and then go on TV and stand up there by themselves. Where the fuck was the rest of the black congressmen? Man. I mean, not black. Male congressman.
Man, what was man? I'm with you. Fuck. If they don't want to do it, if the colonizers don't want to do it, where's the fucking black congressional caucus at, man?
Right, somebody stand up to this motherfucker, man, and take these women's side. Man. Do something around this motherfucker.
And that's the thing. I don't care if you don't agree with AOC or any of them, but there's some shit that should be beyond politics.
Right, man.
Like, you ain't gotta be a Green New Deal motherfucker, but if this motherfucker Trump telling you, oh man, y'all need to go back where you came from, that should piss everybody off.
Everybody. Like, who the fuck you talking to?
Exactly.
Like, you can't talk to them like that. Those are good women on crime. Nah, fuck that, man. Who you talking to?
Exactly.
You're talking to more than just them. That wasn't directly to them. No. You want us all to go back to where we came from, but nah, motherfucker, we from here.
Right.
But where the fuck are the men at? But that shit goes back to our community as well. These women are on the front line about every fucking thing. And too busy sitting back fighting in the club over somebody's fucking shoes.
No, we trifling, dog.
We horrible. And we said that on the episode before too. We fucking horrible. These women on the front line of all this shit. And we back there chilling and bullshitting. Which when it's all said and done, we said this a while ago, Kamala Harris might actually have a chance.
Man, she might have a chance, dog.
She might have a fucking chance because this motherfucker Trump is fucking up so bad he about to put a woman in office.
This is one thing I will say, and I still, hey, you ain't got one more debate with me, dog.
Got one more debate. I hope he do good.
You ain't got one more debate with me, but I'm
still with you, gang. But this shit is set up for a woman to get in that office, and it's probably gonna be Kamala because this motherfucker here is tripping and won't no men stand up to his motherfucking ass. You see, we just passed all these fucking women into Congress, so that means there's a lot of women out there voting.
And I'm telling you right now, as soon as Pelosi think it's politically viable for her to impeach his ass, she gonna go 100, and it's gonna be over for his motherfucking ass.
And that little mean looking black lady, the old lady,
Maxine Waters.
Motherfucker look like she mean, nigga. She whooped your ass
with a switch.
She look like a school teacher that nigga will pop you so hard.
She look like that old lady that'll take her shoe off on your motherfucking ass and got corns and shit on her feet, and she gonna whip your ass.
Hey, she look like the teacher that catch everybody cheating.
I mean, look, she look like that teacher that got her back to the classroom, but when you say something, she know exactly who talking.
Shut up. I know that she was chasing back there talking to the back of class.
She old as fuck and she can still hear.
Next door. She went to class next door to his kids. I heard you talking. I heard y'all talking. I heard what you said about me.
She like that old substitute that you used to get. Like your cool teacher that left for the day and you get her as the substitute and you like, fuck, bro, we ain't gonna be able to do shit.
That's that substitute that be floating around that everybody
ain't they get that substitute.
Like, man, we got stuff today, man. Who is it? I mean, you heard who?
Miss Waters.
Oh shit. Fuck. Miss Waters. God damn. Let me ask Coach.
Look, she look like that teacher that wig always cocked sideways.
She wears a horrible wigs.
Look, she like that old church lady that be sitting on the row and you don't ever want to sit next to her because she make your ass sit up all the time.
She that lady at church that be that'll hand you that piece of paper. I take that gum out your mouth. Like damn, she that mean
she is
usher.
That mean. Sit down. Stop all that damn talking. The pastor is trying to pray. Man, if you don't get your old ass away from me,
she that mean usher. You know when you get to church late. And you know you think the choir is singing so you can walk in the door and she put a hold in the door like nigga you can't come in right now, man.
This is the A selection. Y'all have to wait till after the B selection. God damn,
man, she do.
She that old lady at the church that when the offering tray pass by and you don't put nothing in it, she just stand there and look at you until you find some change.
Wait, no. Usher Water. Can I get some change? Can I get $3 back? That's $5. You ain't supposed to get no change back. Your change back. You give her 10, you want like 8 back, and she come and hand it to you. And
she that old lady at church when you sitting on the end of the pew. She ain't gonna go across you. She gonna wait till your ass slide down because she want to sit on the end.
Like
I've been here. But that is her seat.
Oh. Yeah, she got the reserved seat in church.
No doubt. But yeah, dog, man, we got some taboo topics in our community, dog. When the last time you talked about life insurance, dog? Man, I ain't getting no life insurance, man. That's like wishing you dying. Nah, nigga, that's setting up your future, nigga.
White folks be getting rich off that shit for years. That's how these white folks got money, because their parents had life insurance. But we, as a community, didn't have life insurance back in the day and shit. Only had enough to cover.
You had that little fucking that little $10,000 term policy you was paying $1 a day on or some bullshit, and that shit barely covered a goddamn wooden ass bullshit ass coffin that they gotta lay your silly ass in.
Man, I don't know why we don't do that, man. I don't know why. Like, who taught us? Remember, like,
come
the
knock
insurance
on the door,
man
yeah.
come knocking on the door. Yeah.
And they used to come knock on the door and we'll shut the fucking door on his ass.
I saw some insurance man across the street, man. Shut that door.
Dog, we fucked
with us,
up,
man.
dog. No, we are fucked up, dog, man. White people making a killing off life insurance, dog.
They be making a killing off. Man, that's crazy, man.
Hey, dog, let me ask you this, dog. Do you have a will? Hey, but let me peep you to something. Yes, you do. Everybody has a will, man. Even if you don't make one, the state gonna make a will for your ass. But that's shit that we don't know. You know why? Because we don't talk about dying.
We don't talk about death.
We don't talk about it.
death,
Except when we talking about how we gonna kill somebody and shoot somebody up. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna wet your shirt, nigga.
Hey, man, you know what? I mean, this is totally off topic, but with the topic. Because I got a couple of my great auntie is probably one of the last one, and I have an uncle that is the same way. Have you ever thought about how some people, like, when they die or they put a tombstone on somebody, they put a tombstone, like they put those joined tombstone, like a spot for them? Like, that's kind of weird, dog. I'm not gonna do that shit.
You don't want to buy a plot for you and your spouse?
Nah, bro. I'm not big. I'll reserve a spot for me, but I'm not putting a tombstone and then on the other side gonna be blank for my side. I don't really like that shit, dog. But that's us. We don't talk about that.
I was about to say, you gonna die, dog. It's gonna happen.
I don't want to just have a fucking. That's like me saying if I go reserve a plot, I'm gonna go ahead and put the tone down too, y'all.
Yeah, go ahead and put your name on it and everything. Fuck you. Why not? Just leave the year. Yeah, just leave the year off.
Put my spot right there, bro.
Yeah. Why not? They don't mean nothing, Hollywood.
Hey, why don't black people what they call it when you burn the body?
Cremate.
Do that. Why don't cremate?
I've been thinking about that lately, dog. I think I might want to get cremated.
Really?
Why not?
I don't know, man. Put my shit in the ground.
Why though?
I don't want to just be sitting on the shelf for a nigga to knock my shit over and gotta vacuum me up or something.
Man, nah, go tell them, let your shit blow in the wind or some shit. Dump your shit in the ocean. Yeah, nigga, dump your shit in the ocean, nigga.
Grandpa always wanted us to put him out there on the baseball field. So
spread his ass on the baseball field. Man, man, you know this was the watermelon patch. Go ahead and spread them where them collards used to grow.
I want you to put his ashes on the dope when you rolling it up.
Oh damn,
that movie, what the hell high? What the hell?
Yeah, they was smoking their homeboy some shit. Nah, that shit is hard.
Why don't we do that? Like we just. I mean, I guess that's the way we were always taught. You know what I'm saying?
Because man, we still living off these European rules, dog.
Yep.
I'm telling you, bro, that's what it is, dog. We don't realize how much of a hold our colonization still has on us. Well, like when I tell my students we still slaves, they don't get it. Like when I tell it, like, and they like, man, what? I ain't no slave. This and that. I was like, what language you speak? English. What country you live in? America. Then why the hell you speaking English? like we don't live in England, but we sure speak the hell out of English.
Explain that shit.
Shit.
You don't understand? Like we're still slaves mentally.
Yeah, we still colonized.
You gotta go to work, don't you? You ain't motherfucking out here trying to produce nothing, are you?
Right.
We was taught, like they taught us out of that shit.
Right.
They made us slaves, made us work.
Man, that's why I know this way off topic, but that's why I like that movie so much, Black Panther.
Yeah.
No, that's why I like that because it really showed how disconnected we are from where we really are from. I mean, it ain't no different than when you went to the Dominican, dog. Like how much you realize, nigga, we not supposed to be here.
No, man, that shit is like that shit feel like home. It felt like that's where the fuck we supposed to be at, because it's just this shit over here is different, man. We're fucking slaves. We're still slaves, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken Whiskey Gang, believe it or not, we are still fucking slaves.
Still slaves, man.
Stop celebrating the 4th.
Oh man, we ain't going back to that shit, man. We ain't going back to but we just got some taboo topics, bro, and we just got to get out of this whole mindset of this shit that we don't talk about, because we talk about so much bullshit. Oh, think about how much bullshit we do talk about. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
We talk about this shit all fucking
all
day.
Goddamn day, man. We ain't talking about how they been trying to suppress our vote for the last goddamn 50 years. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about how every other ethnicity can have their own little part of town except fucking us.
We don't like listening to real conversations. That's why it's so hard. Well, it's not hard. It's still slowly growing. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the interest in podcast type things, people are starting to finally catch on, but it took so many years because people don't want to hear you have a real conversation. They would rather you say, what the fuck Cardi B do this weekend? All right, the next jam is going to be by Meg Thee Stallion.
Or the only thing, I'm telling you, what they expect us to do is talk about hip hop, rap, or sports. That's what they want us to talk about. Don't talk about shit else.
But that goes to what's the boy name of the show? Jermaine Dupri. It goes Jermaine Dupri comment. He said that all the female rappers, all they talk about is stripping, right? They stripper rappers now. And Cardi B actually clapped back. And she was saying that the reason why is because y'all don't want to hear that shit else. Niggas not buying that shit. She was like, there are dope female artists out here that y'all not paying attention to. Y'all not talking about them. Y'all not playing their songs on the radio because they not talking about them.
Exactly, dog. And I'm telling you right now, man, like Cardi B, dog. I'm telling you, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, dog, their fan base are gay dudes and women. That's their fan base. Dude, like heterosexual men ain't checking for them except on their singles when they talking about their little love box. That's it.
That's it. They just want to hear them talk their shit. Because niggas don't want to hear females talk.
No, we don't even give them their credit. Like you remember when we was hanging out? We was hanging out at Hendrix shit, and I was like, man, Cardi can go a little bit. Niggas want to argue me down that Cardi wasn't a good rapper.
Niggas don't we don't listen to
Cardi. We don't
man.
admit we listen to Cardi, dog. Because niggas listening to Cardi.
Yeah, I mean, but you listening for different reasons. You listen to shit. You hear her sound stupid in the bullshit she be saying. Type of music that niggas listen to now, and that's just the way we are as a community. We don't want to hear no real shit.
Dog, why we don't never talk about this? How we go from having groups like Public Enemy, Arrested Development, KRS-One, niggas that's talking about shit, to Migos
and the Baby. Lil Baby.
How did this shit change, bro? How did we go from Fight the Power to man, niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Or bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
You remember that song? That shit used to go hard.
You stupid.
That song was hard as a motherfucker, nigga. But that other one, niggas be listening to some bullshit, bro. We don't listen to
we don't, dog. We don't, dog.
You remember Jay-Z said that shit? Why would I want to sound like Common? It's common sense.
It don't make sense. Thinking this shit down. Like, man, we just so down. They got some shit that we really need to get together, man. We need to get it together, people. We ain't even gonna get to, man. We've been on the mic this long, dog. They had some more shit that I want to talk about, but now I want to just save it for the next episode, dog. Yeah, dog. I
You
want to
save
save
it,
it
man?
because I want to talk. I want to talk to these women about their little complexes, dog.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's. Okay. So we all like we just said, y'all don't want to hear us talk serious shit. So we about to give you some
Right,
bullshit
right.
to talk about.
Right.
Hey, I was watching the little dude that got he was in the store. He's in like a bagel shop or some bullshit in New York. So, white dude, little dude, like 5'3", 5'5". The dude was going the fuck off, bro.
About what, dog?
He was like, you women, you always talk down on me. Like literally talk down on me. Because I'm short. On your fucking dating apps, you ask me how tall I am, say I look little, and I'm tired of you bitches. He was like, they go the fuck off, dog.
Hey man, so that brings up what I really want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about it this episode because I want to lay this shit down and give the people a chance to kind of chime in before we even get on the mic about it, man. What the fuck is wrong with you women, man? So if a dude is shorter than 5'6", if he
Oh no, the women want 5'8" to 5'10" minimum.
minimum you got to be 5'8", I think.
Shit, half of these bitches out here claiming they can't have nothing less than 6
Yeah,
feet.
man, and that's just bitch, shut up.
You got so many complexes
Nah,
now, man. That shit's
like
crazy.
man, I like this one, man. Like I done met a lot of women that don't like skinny dudes. Man, he too skinny. I'ma break him. He too skinny. He just bones. I'm breaking. I need.
But it's really like women. You got so many different type of women nowadays, man. You got the women that don't like skinny. You got women that don't like fat. You got women that don't like tall, don't like short. These women fucking crazy, man.
And then say they can't find a man.
All right. Can't find a man.
Bitch, because that short motherfucker that be opening the door for you every day, you looking straight past them.
And you missed your blessing.
Missing your blessing. Because you looking for a light-skinned nigga.
Right. Shut up, bitch. Get this blessing. You know what I'm saying? They won't
Right.
you
You wondering why the hell you can't find a good dude, but the only dudes you messing with is niggas that got 5 kids with 6 baby mamas.
What the fuck they want? They don't know what they want in a man. Like women don't know what they want in a man. Like they don't know what they want in food.
Man, what you want to eat? Oh, I'm not hungry.
I ain't hungry. And then you like, all right, cool.
I don't want that. You just said you wasn't hungry.
What even hungry? What are you talking about?
So yeah, dog. That's what I want to talk about next episode, dog.
We're going today. We're gonna dig
into y'all motherfucking women talking this dumb shit.
Yeah, man, you women crazy. But I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, man.
Short, dude. If y'all haven't, check go watch that shit. But let's go ahead and get the fuck up out of here, man. But before we go, we are making a special announcement since we did have the success of
extra. Read all about it.
Feed the homeless. What we're gonna do next is on August 24th, the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast Cares. We'll be doing a back to school supply giveaway. We'll be partnering with Develop You. They have field day every summer around back to school's time. August 24th, 11:30 to 3, Park South YMCA in sunny South Dallas. They'll be having field day out there, so fun and games for the kids. We'll actually have a booth set up where we'll be giving away free school supplies. So with that said, everything we do is put on by you, by us, together. So we need your help. We need donations again. Dig in your little pocket, dig in your little cash apps, send us whatever you got. Every $10 is gonna fill up a bag, but every $5 to $3 is gonna help. So we taking donations for Co-op Cares Back to School supply. We'll be taking donations through a couple days before the event. So it's like August 20th, which is my birthday, by the way.
Oh yeah, I got a birthday coming up, man. Leo season almost here, dog. Leo season.
Bitch. Leo this bitch. Yeah, man. So we're gonna do back school giveaway August 24th. With Develop You and their field day. So check out the website, check out Instagram.
We still gonna do 25, you get a shirt?
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. You get 25, you can have a shirt. We'll give you a shirt. You can get the Co-op Cares shirt. Send a $25 donation. We'll put that in the mail.
This whiskey starting to get me sweating, dog.
Me too, man. You know, better pull me another one up though, so we can get the hell up out of here. Appreciate your time. Thanks for checking us out on YouTube, SoundCloud. What else is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. Shout out to all y'all listening there. Shout out to everybody checking it out on Instagram. Follow us there. Check the website out, chickenandwhiskeypodcast.com. But we about to get up out this bitch.
Peace, love.
Chicken and whiskey.
Man, and how we always do in the show like this, if y'all ain't been with us for very long, man, love is God.
And God is love.
That's it, man.
That's a
DJ.
motherfucking theme song.
Do, 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 do.
It's the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast, so just grab a glass. Finger licking entertainment you don't wanna pass. Hosted by Rob Hollywood and Jay. Do the groove, the dynamic too. It's barbershop talk.
You know it's chopped and screwed.